There are cities you simply visit, and there are cities that seem to surround you the moment you arrive. Marrakech is one of them. A city of red walls, narrow streets, and intense colors, where almost everything seems touched by the desert. Inside the Medina, the city becomes smaller, quieter, and much more mysterious. Every doorway seems to hide another story, from carved wood and colorful tiles to courtyards hidden behind simple walls. Above it all rises the Koutoubia, one of the city's most recognizable landmarks. But Marrakech isn't a museum. Its streets belong to the people who work, trade, cook, and live here every day. And as the afternoon fades, the heart of Marrakech begins to change. The lights come on, the smells become stronger, and somewhere inside the Medina, another Marrakech is waiting to be discovered. And once you enter the souk, getting lost is almost part of the experience. There is no straight line here. Streets bend, passages disappear, and every turn reveals another explosion of color. And behind many of the stalls are people still practicing crafts passed down through generations. Leather, copper, wood, wool, and ceramics become objects that carry the character of Morocco far beyond the Medina. Then come the spices, cumin, saffron, cinnamon, paprika, and countless aromas filling the narrow passages. As the sun begins to disappear, the souk become even more atmospheric. Eventually, you find your way back toward the square, carrying something you didn't plan to buy. But the souk have one more secret. Eventually, the aromas stop coming from the spices and start coming from the kitchens. In Marrakech, dinner doesn't begin when you sit at a table. It begins in the street. One of Morocco's most recognizable dishes arrives slowly, tajine, cooked beneath its distinctive clay lid. Then there's couscous, traditionally shared from a large dish rather than eaten alone. Even bread has its place at the center of the table, fresh, simple, and made to be shared. In the square, smoke rises from grills cooking skewers, sausages, and meats while the crowd gathers around. And after the food comes something that feels almost like a ritual: Moroccan mint tea. Sweet pastries, honey, almonds, and dates finish the meal with flavors that reflect Morocco's trade routes and traditions. But perhaps the most important ingredient is not a recipe at all. It is the way food brings people together. And as the last plates disappear, Marrakech doesn't become quieter, it comes alive. When the sun disappears completely, Marrakech reveals another personality. Jemaa el-Fnaa becomes the stage, with food stalls, musicians, storytellers, and crowds filling the square. The sounds change too: drums, voices, laughter, and the constant movement of people crossing the square. From a rooftop above the Medina, the chaos suddenly becomes a sea of lights. Behind the walls, the noise disappears into quiet riads built around hidden courtyards. Dinner continues late, with tables glowing beneath lanterns and the aromas of Morocco still filling the air. And somewhere beyond the busy center, the ancient walls become almost silent again. Beyond the city, the mountains are waiting, and tomorrow, Marrakech will reveal a completely different side of Morocco. Marrakech is surrounded by a landscape that feels almost like another world. Just beyond the city, thousands of palm trees stretch across the Pomerai, creating a completely different rhythm. Farther south, the Atlas Mountains rise dramatically above the landscape. Here, small Berber villages cling to the mountainsides, connected by ancient paths and surrounded by a very different pace of life. And even here, the ritual of sharing tea creates a familiar connection between strangers. Eventually, the road brings you back to Marrakech, where the red walls are waiting beneath the evening light. After everything you've seen, the city feels strangely familiar. Maybe that's the secret of Marrakech. You arrive as a visitor and leave carrying a little of the city with you. This is DORI'S Atlas.